Explore Tulsa is an opportunity to see behind the scenes of Tulsa's most unique places.
To hear the stories of real people who are doing fantastic things and who love living here.
We look at the people, places, and events that make Tulsa home. Welcome to a few minutes of Exploring Tulsa. Hi, and welcome to this week's show. I'm Trish Whitmer, along with Austin Morton, and we're really glad you've joined us.
We have a great lineup of segments for you, beginning with a girl named Bobby and ending with 5 generations of lumbermen. And we throw in a guy who is a doctor for ticks just because it's summer.
Oh wow, well only part of that is partially true. But we do have a beginning, and it's with a young business owner named Cassandra and her eclectic shop called the Bobby Pin.
We like to make it light and keep it light in here and friendly, welcoming. You know, that's part of being in an arts district too. You want to be open to anybody who wants to come through the door, and we like to keep it fun and quirky. I like things that are a little bit weird and off, so I think that kind of goes with having a little bit of style that's a little bit different and a little bit just random and not one set thing, and yeah. It is very much a career. I can't really imagine doing anything else because this is such a fun outlet for arts and creativity and also people. Like, I really love meeting people and seeing their face light up when they get that really cool hairstyle and they're just like, oh, I look very pretty. And I love that feeling. And so I love to be able to get that to people and them to feel great about themselves and to walk out that door with that confidence. It just kind of made sense to find myself in a thriving arts district that is in itself kind of quirky. And so it made sense to come here, and it's just outside of downtown. The people here are just absolutely amazing, and the community that surrounds it, it just made sense to me to have this kind of a fit, to have a creative outlet mixed in with this arts district, and which is also why we do the gallery wall and you know, just being a part of that community. And I wanted to do that, and I, as a hairstylist, wanted to make sure that I was a part of a community, and being here, I am a part of a community, and that was something really important to me. The art wall was an idea from my friend Ed Shar, and he had came in here early on when we were doing construction, and he's like, you know what, I think this would be really cool as an art wall. And I was like, oh, you are so right. And it's, again, that mixing and blending of the two, and it just fit to have local artists doing their thing and supporting local artists, and we're doing an art medium as well. And so it's like this traditional art meets hair art, and that's kind of where we kind of blended the two and thought, hey, gallery wall sounds perfect. So that's kind of where we're at with that. So the back room will be 2 artist suites. So we can have in-house artists that will also get their turn as a rotation on the gallery wall itself. And just kind of like a co-working workspace, because it is attached to the salon itself. So just kind of a work creative space to be part of, again, the traditional art and the hair art meeting together and maybe having some kind of an influence or some cross-contamination of the two. So just being immersed in art all around you. So I think it's that you feel welcomed and you feel like family, you know, because a lot of my clients now I've done for a while, and I feel involved in their lives, and I feel like we're part, we know what's going on with each other, and it's just that whole enveloping self, you know, all in, you're all in. And that's kind of been my thing from the get-go, is it's not about what I want to do or about what I think your hair should be or what I think is the best thing for you. I want to know what you think and how your life is, and how does that translate to having the best style. because if you have some crazy high fashion style and then you can't fix it every day, then what was the point? We're not helping you, again, be your best self and feel beautiful if you can't fix your hair every day. So it's really about, being a part of the family and being a part of, coming into the fold and helping you express that best self.
Great atmosphere, Trish. Good for her for stepping out and following a dream.
And her laugh. I want to just show up and tell her jokes just to hear her laugh. If you're looking for your authentic you, it is important that you call Cassandra and book your time with her. You'll be pleased with the experience, I am quite sure.
It's time for a short break, but don't go far as we come back with a new summer feature starting with our next story when Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
The time is right now to consider solutions for outdoor landscape audio. You experience state-of-the-art audio inside your home. Now you can have it outside your home, on your patio, around your pool, even your whole backyard. Video Revolution has been providing quality sound systems for over 35 years. We partner with exclusive brands like Klipsch, James Loudspeakers, Sonance, and Episode. Our team of cutting-edge experts can assess your needs with a free in-house consultation. It starts simply with a phone call. My name is Randy. I'm here to help.
Let's take a moment to talk about one of the core 4 supplements, omega-3 fatty acids.
Symptoms of omega-3 fatty acid deficiency include fatigue, poor memory, heart problems, mood swings or depression, and poor circulation.
Omega-3 fatty acids are essential for human health, yet the body can't make some of them. You have to get them through the food that you eat.
So there are some great omega-3 sources which include salmon, tuna, and halibut, or you can use a healthy supplement.
When you are looking for an omega-3 supplement, make sure that it contains EPA and DHA, that those 2 things make up the majority of the supplement you are buying.
To get the exact omega-3 supplement that we take, along with a 15% off coupon, visit sherwoodwellness.tv/core4.
Well, it's summer and school's out, so it's time for family fun.
We decided to create a playlist on our YouTube channel to highlight some fun, family-friendly activities that may be just what you're looking for this summer.
All right here in Tulsa, like starting with our next story. That is another vintage-style business that is a throwback to the good old days and fun family time.
There hadn't been a bowling alley in quite some time in downtown Tulsa. We've been stationed here for the last 6 years though, so we're bringing a little bit more fun back to the downtown area with all the recent growth. We're a part of the McNelly's group, so they've been downtown and in growth for a little over a decade in the Blue Dome district. The owner felt as if they needed to have a facility with an activity as well as libations, fun for all ages. So thought what better than to do a bowling alley in downtown in one of the vacant spots. The downtown and the growth over the last decade and a half has presented, like I said, a number of things for every walk of life to do, every age group. It's a draw now for the 20-somethings that are graduating from university and wanting a small town feel, but with activities and the possibilities. It's grown exponentially. We do see many generations coming and experiencing and having a great time because you can really spend the full day, whether it's Guthrie Green and then coming to bowl and going out to eat. So it has a little bit of something for everybody. It's kind of a nice classic throwback to when they were growing up with their parents and their grandparents. The wood paneling and the plaid carpet and the pencil and paper scorekeeping. For the ones that don't know how to keep score or well versed in it necessarily, there are instructions on all of our score sheets, and then of course our staff is well versed and assist with the scorekeeping of the games. They come through, get drink orders, food orders, and also assist in scorekeeping. So the name came about kind of the Dust Bowl, the throwback to the early 1900s in Oklahoma, and it just made sense. The dust definitely does come whipping down Elgin. The Tulsa location's been here for 6 years, and then the Dust Bowl in Oklahoma City has been around for a few years as well. So we're the first of hopefully many. We do have a number of families that do meet here on the weekends in the afternoon, especially when the weather might be poor outside. It gives a little bit of something extra. We do have a league night twice a week, one on Tuesday and one on Thursday. That's a co-ed optional. They come in and bowl 3 games a night and hang out for a few hours. There's a lot of camaraderie, a little bit of competition, but everyone has fun. I enjoy the fact that there's camaraderie, and pretty much any age group can do this. Anyone from a 2.5-year-old to an 80-year-old has bowled on these lanes, and everybody seems to enjoy the fun times that we can have here. That's a classic game with the same classic functions. We do have 6 public lanes in the lounge area, and then we do have a private room that hosts 2 lanes for a more intimate setting, 12 to 16 guests. Also has a private flat screen TV and iPod hookup, so a little bit more seclusion, a few more amenities. So it's a lot of fun for smaller birthdays and gatherings. So on top of the bowling, we do have a daily kitchen, hostings of burgers, tater tots done 7 different ways, a few vegetarian options, hummus, wraps, a few sandwiches. We also do have a full bar. So if the adults want to partake in adult libations, we can provide that as well. We are an all-ages facility until 8 p.m. and then we go 21 and over since we're a little bit more of a bar establishment at that point. It's been a huge draw for travelers, actually making a location to come in to town and spend a long weekend. And then, like I said, the 20-somethings coming and staying and building a life here. It's been a fantastic experience so far, and I look forward to the many years to come. All the faces that we get to meet, the people, the walks of life, and to present a fun facility.
That one goes on YouTube for sure. We hope you'll check out our channel for all of our videos, and be sure to look for Summer Fun.
And if you know of an event or business that should be included on our page, then send us a message and let us know.
Thanks to Dust Bowl for being such a unique place to spend the afternoon or evening, and we hope you'll find the time to visit them soon. We're coming back in a minute to give you some great information, almost like a PSA, so you'll want to be here and pay attention.
Wait for Tulsa returns after this.
Send me some love.
Look at us. We woke up one morning with every song that ever mattered to anyone. So now what? Music's meant to be heard, out loud, where your life happens, where you dance, where you love, and where you live. When everyone has every song ever written, what matters most is how you listen.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
The oils generally consumed for cooking, like vegetable and canola oil, aren't exactly good for your health.
One of the most important factors to consider when choosing a cooking oil is the temperature at which an oil undergoes oxidation, also known as its smoke point.
When an oil reaches its smoke point, the molecular structure can be changed into compounds that are dangerous to consume.
As a rule of thumb, the more refined the oil, the higher the smoke point.
4 healthier cooking oil choices are coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, and ghee.
Download our free smoke point chart for exact temperatures these oils and others undergo oxidation at sherwoodwellness.tv.
I want to get a new TV. There's like 1,000 different brands, all with different features. I wish I could make sense of it all. What do you think is best?
You should go to Video Revolution. Their experts will tell you everything you need to know. They carry the latest LED and 4K TVs and will even install it and set it up for you too.
She's right. You wouldn't talk to anyone but your dentist about your bicuspid. So when it comes to home entertainment, only trust the experts at Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Summertime in Oklahoma, and every one of us has come in at the end of the day and done that tick check thing and discovered one buried on our skin.
Ooh, I hate ticks, Austin, but I love being outside and being active.
Well, thanks to a doctor right here in Tulsa, the whole nation can breathe a little easier when it comes to defending yourself against tick-borne illnesses.
The effects of tick-borne illness can be devastating. It can make you miserable. And the thing is it can mimic so many other medical conditions. So many times it can go undiagnosed for many years. You know, sometimes they may be misdiagnosed as having chronic fatigue syndrome, depression, arthritis. Many times it can take a while before they're correctly diagnosed, and they can suffer long-term consequences because of that. Well, ticks are a big problem worldwide, and not all of them, but some of them can carry disease. And certainly here in Oklahoma, we have plenty of different species of ticks. Each species tends to carry different types of diseases. And so in Oklahoma, we can see Lyme disease, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, ehrlichiosis, tularemia. There are a lot of different conditions. And in fact, in the United States, there's over 20 different disease-causing organisms spread by ticks. And it's important for people to know that usually a tick has to be attached for 48 to 72 hours before they transmit disease. So it's really important to remove the tick just as quickly as possible. So when you come indoors, make sure and do a really good tick check where you just look all over the place just to make sure you don't have any ticks that you've brought in. So I always like to learn, and I think being a doctor, I think we all love to continually learn new information. So I really started researching things, and I was actually frustrated that it took so long for a test to come back. And so that's when I really started researching tick-borne illness and the different tests that we could do. And I actually partnered with the University of Massachusetts. It's a not-for-profit lab called the Laboratory of Medical Zoology. And we partnered together to really make tick testing more commercially available. So what we can do is we can actually, instead of waiting to see if you're going to get sick from a tick bite, we can actually take that tick, save it, send it to our lab, and once we receive it within 3 business days, we'll send you an email with the picture of the tick, what species it is, and then also what diseases that tick carries. So it can give you peace of mind knowing, did that tick carry Lyme disease? Did it carry Rocky Mountain spotted fever? But just because it may carry those diseases doesn't mean that it's going to infect you with those diseases. But I think it's an important data point, at least for me as a physician, knowing the overall risk of exposure to possible disease. My wife and I partnered to form TestMyTick.com, and we're really proud of the fact that one of the things we really want to do is an educational focus. And so people can go to testmytick.com. Even if you don't want to order a tick test, you can still go there and learn a lot of information about ticks, what you can do to prevent tick bites, what you can do to make your yard safer, and a lot more about tick-borne illness in general. So we have tick removal kits, and in the tick removal kits we actually have bags that you can put the ticks in. You can safely remove the tick, properly remove the tick. We have a great instrument, and then save that tick, and then by simply going to our website, testmytick.com, you can order that tick testing, and we capture data points about where you were when you were bitten, how long you think the tick was attached, and those kits are commercially available. I think it's important to all of us, whether it's our furry friends or our family members. We need to learn more about tick-borne illness, and even in the last 10 years, I think there's been 5 newly described cases of tick-borne illness. And so we're still continuing to learn more, and there's a lot more to learn though. I love what I do. I love being a dermatologist. I'm passionate about a lot of things, not just tick-borne illness, treating skin cancer, treating people with severe psoriasis. There's a number of different passions that I have, but I see and treat all conditions of skin, hair, and nails as a dermatologist. I think I've been led to this position. I think that about everything that I do, and somehow, some way, it feels right. And like I said, it's just another way to help people. And there's a lot of people suffering from it. A lot of people who suffer for many years and they're not diagnosed properly. And so to be able to come in and make the right diagnosis and to eliminate suffering, it gives me a lot of satisfaction.
Now, I still don't like the idea of ticks, but I know it's a reality here in Oklahoma, and the information Dr. Monk shares on the website is invaluable, not to mention getting ahead of the curve on treatment if you are infected.
Go to testmytick.com. There's a vast resource of information there and all the tools you'll need to stay healthy.
Well, now I'm feeling a little creeped out, so let's take a break, and then we'll meet an interesting family in a moment.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Sony and Video Revolution take you there. From space travel to world championships. Tomorrow's technology today. 4K smart TVs and the largest flat screens available. Now more than ever, you have the best seat in the world when history is made. Video Revolution. On the northwest corner, 71st and Lewis.
Thanks for returning for another story.
As always, we appreciate you staying with us as we explore what's going on in Tulsa.
Or sometimes that's around Tulsa, as we take a short trip outside the city limits to meet a family who all work together and are now at the 5th generation coming into the family business.
There's been 5 generations of us working in the timber at a sawmill since the early 40s, before I was born.
Grew up in this my whole life. I grew up in this house right here. Always was doing something with lumber.
Dad come over here and bought this sawmill in 1962, when the year I graduated and got married. Before that, the 10 years before that, he had a sawmill at Keatonville, Oklahoma, on Highway 20. And then the years before that, him and Grandpa had a sawmill at Leach, Oklahoma. He started out making moonshine. I don't know how the sawmill come about. I guess the revenuers got close and he had to do something else. I don't know, but I think he went ahead and made moonshine for a little while. There really wasn't any way to make $1. That was the thing. Out of high school, I went to drafting school. I wanted to be a draftsman. I like to do architectural drafting, but I did that, got a job, worked one day and quit. I couldn't handle the inside. I wanted to be outside, So Dad needed help, so I come back and helped him. We grew up hard. We grew up poor. It was really a poor, the only way to make $1, or a quarter, whatever they were.
The sawmill, when I come along and my brother, we helped with the old sawmill and doing stuff manually. We've done all of that. We've been there. Know how hard that was.
Well, everything was physically rolled. The logs were physically rolled with cant hooks. The carriage was physically, manually muscled, pull 1 inch or 2 inch, whatever you want. And now all he has to do is push a button. Push a 1 inch or a 2 inch button, and we roll the logs with a hydraulic log turner.
Now with the all automatic sawmill, it's a lot easier for the guy sawing, the sawyer, which me and my brother do all the sawing.
And I told Tim if he would come and run the sawmill, I would make it easy where all he had to do is push a button. We built a little air-conditioned cab, and it got easier, But still, we worked, from early to late. We didn't punch a clock or anything.
My son, Justin, now works here. He hasn't been around it he's been around it lately, the last 4 or 5 years. It's very much a skill set. Anybody can go up there and punch buttons. But there's a danger factor of something. We've got a 60-inch circular saw that we have. It's not a bandsaw, so it's a circular saw, and then a 32-inch overhead saw, top saw. And if you punch the wrong button, you could possibly break that saw and it come apart in pieces. We got 4 or 5 people around there, and it's very dangerous.
What we sell is not what a lumberyard would sell. This is lumber for flooring a lowboy trailer, or dump truck sideboards, or building a corral fence You know, the oak lumber holds up well outside, and we don't compete with the lumber yards.
So we do, that's a specialty order that we do. Do a lot of lumber for, you know, oil derricks, people that drilling for oil and need deck boards. Do a lot of that. Right now, we're as busy as we've been in 20 years.
Can you imagine what it took to fell a tree back in Justin's great-great-grandpa was doing it by hand? That is some really hard work.
And these guys still work hard and long hours. Not only will you see their products being used all around Tulsa, but they have clients from all across the nation using lumber from right here in Oklahoma.
It's time we need to take a break, but we'll be right back to say thanks in just a moment.
Take charge of your health. We are what we put into our bodies.
We approach medicine from a unique standpoint. Rather than treating only the symptoms of an illness, we work to find the root cause and promote wellness of the entire body.
Our clinic offers complete assessment and treatment programs, including hormone replacement therapy, osteopathic manipulative therapy, and genetic DNA testing. It all starts with a medical evaluation.
Contact us today to begin your path to wellness.
The weather is perfect, your pool has been serviced, and your grass has been mowed. But where are you? You're inside, watching the game. Most TVs are neither bright enough nor tough enough to mount outside. Sunbright TVs can be up to 3 times brighter than your indoor TV, giving you a crystal clear image even in direct sunlight. Sunbright TVs are specifically designed to handle all the elements. To get started on your outdoor entertainment system, come see me at Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, my name is Sean Fullerton with Insane Fishing, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Well, that's our show for this week, but before we go, a few people to thank.
We take a moment to say thanks to Doctors Michelle and Mark Sherwood at Functional Medical Institute, where whole body wellness begins with just one visit on the northwest corner of 61st and Sheridan.
And Dr. Zellner & Associates, Tulsa's best eye care value and still home with a $99 deal.
Also to Video Revolution, where you will find all your home and office technology solutions on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel to see activities for summer fun. YouTube, the Explore Tulsa channel.
We do 4 stories a week, 52 weeks a year, so we are always looking for interesting segments. If you know of someone we should talk to, connect with us. Email us or send us a message on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you.
Well, that's all for now. We'll see you next time right here on Explore Tulsa.